Hey, Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. We are asking for an immediate, time sensitive message from Spirit. And we're also going to look at the coming week for you. These are readings that I post every week. I have drawn 3 cards in preparation, and we will draw runes and charms together for anyone that likes that extra information when you are picking your pile or piles sometimes. Someone said to me in the week, it was very, very lovely, thank you. They said, this reading, I post them every Sunday, this reading is my weekly check-in with Spirit, with my spirit guides, with my spirit team. And I thought, what a lovely thing to say. So this is your weekly check-in. Let's get an immediate message for you now. I'll show you these cards in more detail. Welcome everyone as well. Welcome, beautiful super souls. Thank you so much if you are returning, if you follow these readings, your weekly check-ins. And thank you so much for those of you that check in on other readings as well. And welcome to anyone new here. Welcome to the Moon Magic family, the Moon Magic community. Let me show you these cards now. So pile 1. This is your card. Now there is a message on the back of this card, but I will read it when we actually get to the reading. So this is for pile 1. Okay. And I'm going to draw a rune and a charm. Oh, the rune is coming straight through. This is Sewello. Sewello is the rune of wholeness. Okay, we have charm for you as well. Your charm, it's a beautiful little, and it does feel very little, a little deer. It does look very baby-like, doesn't it? Very interesting with this beautiful image of a child, of a baby. Okay, next we have fertility, the rune of fertility. This is Ingus. And we also have this card here. Let me show this to you. So this is pile 2. Very interesting energy actually as I've picked up this card. I'm going to voice it because it's really strong. I'm actually feeling the arrival of people. Of others on the other side, souls, as opposed to just being in touch with spirit, with source. This is a very distinct energy of people arriving, and I'm actually seeing many. So if this is important for you, then I'm voicing it now because it's coming through. These people are coming through so strongly. So I'm voicing that now. It feels very much like ancestors, those who've passed over. So just really honouring that. Thank you. Oh. Okay, let us draw a charm for you as well. Gosh, very powerful. I've got goosebumps, and it's gone very chilly in here as well. Okay, we have a butterfly. Very interesting. Very much noticing the butterfly here as well. Okay, right, that's pile 2. I'm not going to say any more. It's really important that you follow through with whatever readings you're drawn to. Right, pile 3. Actually, let's look at the card first. Pile 3, this is your card. What a beautiful energy. Okay, there's pile 3. And we have the blank rune. Okay, the blank rune is it's just a space of possibility. Well, it can mean many things. We'll talk about that in the reading, depending on what else shows up for you. Okay, let's draw a charm for you as well. We have a dragon. How absolutely amazing. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? We have a dragon. Fabulous. Okay. I am going to leave the video running for just a little bit longer for you in case you want a bit more time to tune into whichever reading or readings are speaking to you. thank you so much for being here. The timestamps are in the description and I will put them in a comment. Also, all of the cards, the runes, the charms, I always put them there for you guys in case there's a pack of cards and you think, wow, I love that. I mean, these I think come from quite an independent creator, and I have some really super cards today. They're very earthy energy, very earthy cards, and some independent small time creator cards, which I just love using those, so fantastic. Anyway, beautiful souls, I'm going to leave you to be focused while I wander off in my excitedness about the readings and the cards, and I will see you in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. The very first thing I'm going to do is read you the message on the back of this card. So this is a card of illumination. If the number 25 is important to you, that may be a part of the message. This card is a card of new hope, and it's about the east direction of the medicine wheel, which is about new beginnings as well. It's the sunrise, the place the sun rises. Now, it says, you enter this world with a birth cry, announcing your arrival. Then you spend the rest of this life with questions, in search of answers. Where did I come from? Where am I going? Every sunrise illuminates where you have been, where you are, and the infinite possibilities before you. Wow, this is very relevant to Sewello, the rune of wholeness. The earth is throbbing like a drum. A baby is born. Joy is born. Liquid melodies liquid melodies linger over the still waters of a pond, echoing the faint voices of women and the Great Mother in unison. Little one, you are blessed in beauty and light. May you be a newborn in many seasons of your life. Visit this deep blue pond often. It represents your emotions. What do you see? Can you name the emotion that pains you? Dive deeply into its phantom reflection and soothe your spirit. Your light is there, just on the other side of the shadow. Speak of it. Oh, gosh, that's giving me goosebumps now. Wow. New hope. I think you are at a significant point of something opening for you, because Sewello indicates a pathway, and it's kind of like a pathway you must follow, the pathway to wholeness, pathway to healing. Let's draw your cards, your oracle cards. Oh, you have 2 from this pack, 2 spirit animal guides coming through. Have some lovely earthy cards. These are all coming through for you. I'm actually going to go with them all. I also have some major arcana cards from a beautiful independent creator. I'm going to use this one as a really significant card for you. I'm also going to draw from the Dreams of Gaia tarot pack. I'm sort of using them more as an oracle pack today. I have another tarot pack as well that I'm going to use for you, but I will... Ooh, I just caught sight of a massive orb flying past on my left. Now, it probably won't have been in view of the camera because it was over to my left, but I absolutely saw that. Wow. Okay, sometimes I see them. They do show up in some of the videos that I've done. Right, let's see what these cards are. Where was I going with that? It just caught my eye, but maybe that's part of your reading. There's something that's going to catch your eye, and I think you ought to follow it. Right, that's coming through for you. Let's look at your cards. You have the King of Earth. Wow. Okay. And you have the Sun. Oh my goodness me. These are fantastic cards. These are absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely wonderful. Wow. Okay. Gosh, and look at the Sun here above this beautiful beautiful child. I feel like you literally are about to be reborn. It doesn't feel like it's the same energy as the kind of energy we get when we get the death card, when it's a death and a rebirth. This is like being reborn, the sun opening to you, a pathway opening, something catches your eye, and you just know you want to follow it. And I think it's very new for you. Like I'm thinking of like a foal or a baby fawn here. You know, when they stand up on their little legs and they're all wobbly just after they've been born. They are really, really wobbly. They're trying to find their feet. There's something that's going to catch your eye. It may already have caught your eye, but there will be something that catches your eye that you want to follow. And you're almost being asked literally to do so, in sort of like in complete trust, really, I think. Wow, what an amazing message coming through. You have Loon Intuitive. Oh, wow. I mean, this is just so beautiful. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Okay, I think intuitively there will be something you want to follow. We then have the card of Coyote, Revealer of Truth. This is interesting because Coyote energy is, it's a bit trickstery sometimes. It can be a bit of a trickster. It says, don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the tricks, the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Now, this is very interesting because Coyote is also part of, if we were thinking of the medicine wheel, which this card was talking about, it's about the south direction of the medicine wheel. And the south direction is often quite a wall that we have to climb over. You know, when we reach that point, at whatever age and stage we are at, and we go through cycles all of the time. You know, life isn't, you know, life is one big cycle of life, but you know, every day is a cycle of life. You know, every week is a cycle of life. Every month, every new moon begins the cycle, a new cycle. So the world works in cycles, circles and cycles. I feel that you are coming through something and out the other side. Actually, that's what I'm really seeing with this card. Let's put these here and then see what we have here. You have the card of Arrow and the Smoky Mirror. Okay, I wonder if these will fit in like this. Maybe we have to go down here, put them down the edge here so we have a bit of space, see where we can put everything. We then have the Time Master. Okay, that's working, isn't it? Oh gosh, then you have two birds. How interesting. And with this pack is about birds as well. But you actually have the owl and the crow. Can we put these here? If we move that up, I think we can. This is a really, really powerful energy. A really powerful energy of you moving through something and beyond it. This is literally like something catches your eye, something almost invites you to follow it. It's like an invitation to be reborn, to start afresh. Is what I'm hearing as well, to start afresh with something. Now, some of you, I think, will know what it is. There'll be something to begin afresh with. And with the Arrow card, the Smoky Mirror, this is about looking through illusions. With Time Master, I do think maybe there is divine timing involved in this in some way. There is a great deal in your reading about seeing. We have an owl, we have the crow energy, the Smoky Mirror, seeing through the illusion. The divine timing is right to see through something and beyond it. Even the Time Master also speaks about understanding the illusion of time. Listen to the song in your soul. I wonder if there is to be an opening in front of you. And some of you may be feeling like, kind of like you may be in a place where you've got like a previous conditioning, where you're looking through a lens that says, like you're running out of time, or something isn't going to happen, or it won't be possible for you. This is literally about being reborn into a space of possibility, looking through the lens of possibility, following through with something, listening to the song in your soul, listening to the song in your heart. You have the sun. This is a kind of happiness. Seeing beyond anything that is currently cramping your style or making you feel like you can't do something when you can, but you'd be stepping into very new territory here. It really is. I feel like you're pushing through or letting go or emerging from a place where some kind of mindset or conditioning has really, really held you back. Let's check in on this. What else do we get? We have the 10 of discs. Okay, so this is a card of family. It's also a card of dreams coming true, actually. We have the Knight of Swords and the 4 of discs. This is very interesting. I'm loving the way the cards are kind of laying themselves out. It does feel like they are unfolding. I feel like a new chapter of your story is unfolding. We have the Strength card. We have the Princess of Discs. Look at this, like a great big sun right at the top of your head. Wow. Okay. What else do we have? May we please have further information and guidance? Queen of Swords. You've got the Knight and the Queen. This, I think, is really, really interesting and really exciting. Okay, pile 1. Let us continue with your reading. So, this, I think, on one level is suggesting that there is family conditioning within you. That has got in the way of you being able to feel free. But somehow the conditioning has also kind of shaped you into, there are elements of your world that I think are no longer a very good fit for you. So much here is about seeing through the illusion. There is an opportunity in front of you, literally to walk to, I kind of want to say to walk into the light, to walk into happiness, to walk into your dreams, to shift your perspective, and then take action accordingly. The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, they have a very resolute sort of mental attitude. The Knight of Swords just kind of cuts through the crap. And the Queen of Swords, she can really hold her focus and in a balanced way. Very often we see the Queen of Swords in some traditional packs. We see her with scales, so she's able to hold, a very, within her mind is a balanced place. She's not, her mind isn't racing into different ways of thinking or different patterns of thinking or running away with itself. She's very much in charge of her own mind. I think this is very interesting to have the King of Earth and the Princess of Discs as well. And the Stag showing up here. This is giving me a sense of you taking charge of your own mind. Letting go of thinking patterns that have held you back. Seeing through the illusion and I think really understanding, you are a being of light having a human experience. You are a soul having a human experience. And like a newborn soul, it is as if Spirit wishes to celebrate you. And part of that celebration is, I think, that something will catch your eye. Or you will be shown a pathway that gives you an opportunity to kind of almost like to live a different life or to walk a different pathway. because you can release an attitude of something or some kind of conditioning that has been really, really holding you back. You may need to laugh about it. This is going to be important. You're going to need to laugh about this, because the more, if we can't, if we're bound in the emotional turmoil of something, then we're still stuck in it. As long as we're replaying the hurt and the resentment or the crossness or the frustration, and I'm not in any way negating those experiences. If you have been born into a world, and many, many of us have, where opportunities of support were not offered as children, where there was an absence of certain things in childhood, or in your growing up, or even in your adult life, where things were not there to support you. And as a consequence, those things reinforce internal belief systems. But this is a time to let go of that illusion. And it is difficult, because I'm not saying those things aren't really, really tough, because they really, really are. And when someone behaves really badly, it leaves you feeling, pretty rubbish about stuff. And it can leave you feeling rubbish about yourself. But this reading is all about seeing through and beyond that. Something is inviting you. It's like a pathway to see differently, and therefore to live differently. Something is inviting you, and it is a pathway of joy, of happiness. This card actually kind of says it all. Isn't it interesting? It says, you enter this world with a birth cry announcing your arrival. Then you spend the rest of your life with questions. Every sunrise illuminates where you've been, where you are, and the infinite possibilities before you. We have a sun rising here. There is an infinite possibility before you, or indeed infinite possibilities that I think you haven't been able to access because of some really limiting perspective or belief or behavior or something that has been locked in you. Now, it then says, the earth is throbbing like a drum. A baby is born. I feel like you are about to be reborn, or you have an opportunity to be reborn. Joy is born. A baby is born. Liquid melodies linger over the still waters of a pond, echoing the faint voices of women and the Great Mother in unison. So this is this feminine energy of nurture, of bringing forth life. Something is to bring forth a new life for you. Little one, you are blessed in beauty and light. Dear one, you are beauty and light, I will add. May you be a newborn in many seasons of your life. And I would say, may you be a newborn now in this new season of your life. Visit this deep blue pond often. It represents your emotions. What do you see? Can you name the emotion that pains you? Dive deeply into its phantom reflection and soothe your spirit. Your light is there just on the other side of the shadow. Speak of it. This is moving through that illusion, that pain, that connection to past hurts and difficulties. This is literally a time to be reborn. Now, I'm going to now ask about the week ahead, but I also actually want to ask, what is it that's going to catch your eye? I may not be shown because we are, you may already know what it is, in all honesty. You may know exactly what it is. The reality is that, you may already know what it is. It might be right in front of you. If you don't know, I think it will catch your eye soon. But because this is a general reading, we may not get that information, but I still kind of want to ask anyway. Can we have some information about that? And then we can ask about the week ahead. You have the sun again. Again. Wow. Wow, and more wow. All I'm going to say then is that whatever lights you up, something is going to seriously come into your world and light you up. It will catch your eye. It will be undeniable. And look at the sun above you. Literally, something is it will be so, it will make you feel so alive so joyous, so happy that you cannot deny that you want it and you want to follow it and go with it and embrace it. That is what I'm going to say about whatever shows up for you, whatever catches your eye. Have the courage to go for it. Get rid of anything in your mind that says, I can't or I shouldn't or whatever. I think this is going to be so bright a pull, such a loud song that your soul sings that you will not be able to avoid it, whatever shape it comes in for you. And that will be whatever it is for you. Oh, did you hear that? My computer just went, boom, made a really loud noise. I think it's going to arrive quite suddenly for some of you. Some of you may know what this is already. If you do, it's probably arrived quite suddenly. Like, ba-da, there it is. I think that's really significant. I think for some of you, it's going to arrive just da-da, and it'll come out of the blue almost, but it will be like, whoa, wow, where did that come from? But if you've watched this reading and this hasn't yet appeared, you will know exactly when it appears. You will know it, because this reading is like, in many ways, paving the way for you to know, wow, that's what it is. And you will know, and this will hopefully assist you in having the courage to follow this. If you already know, I think it's already arrived and you're like, wow, I know exactly what this is. I truly know what this is. So let us draw more cards now. Let's now ask about the coming week for you. Can we have the heads up about anything coming in the week for my pile one, please? Oh my goodness me, you have the Four of Wands. This is beautiful. This is a card of commitment. Look at the stepping stones. Gosh, I actually think if this isn't in front of you already, it's going to be. This is so going to make your soul sing, and it will be undeniable. You can't pretend you haven't seen it. I mean, this is just lovely. And this is a card that invites a commitment. Many of you will know what this is already because it's so early at the beginning of the week, but it's coming soon. Look at this, the Six of Cups. How delightful. This is a card of, I kind of want to say wonderfulness. Look at the seagull in the middle of this card. I mean, it's like you're going to fly to this. Your soul will sing, your soul will fly. This is just going to be, your heart will literally soar. You will soar. Just soar with the joy of this opportunity. With the Ten of Swords, this is the ending of this period of mental anguish. Look how this looks like an egg in the middle, and it is breaking open. And we see a snake of transformation coming out of that egg. Right, it is time to end. It is time to end this perspective that says you can't, or honestly, this will end it. This is an ending to it. It is wonderful. And this is happening. This seems to be indicating that this is happening this week. Now we have the Princess of Swords. Very interesting to have had the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and now we have the Princess. And we have these lilies appearing here and irises too. This is an indication for you to really put the past behind you. Really, really put the past behind you. Look at the way she looks back. It's like some of you may sever some ties, but I think the ties are largely internal. I think this is largely an internal severing of ties rather than an external one. Put the past behind you. Anything in your mind. Oh, Ten of Cups. Look at this. Anything in your mind that says any doubts, just truly release them. Let go of them. And seize this moment. Make a commitment to it and seize this moment. Whatever it is that lights up your life, whatever opportunity is in front of you that lights up your life and that you can follow it. This is an absolute opportunity to end something, to put an end to patterns that have held you back, to restrictions that have not allowed you to truly embrace your fullest happiness. I am loving your reading. I am absolutely loving your reading. This, I've got to say it, I know it's a Jennyism, but wow, wow, and more wow. Beautiful, beautiful pile one. I could sit in your energy all day. I won't, because I must go and do pile 2 and pile 3. But I honestly could. This is heaven. This is just wonderful. This is like finding that renewed belief in life that we have when we are born, literally, and it doesn't feel like a rebirth, the death and rebirth cycle. This is different. This is something that has a purity and energy around it. It's unmissable. Fab. Whatever it is for you, congratulations, it's wonderful. Go with it. Don't let anything get in the way. Until, obviously, it's up to you. You have conscious free will and choice. Do you know what? Pile 1. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to say any more. Beautiful souls, thank you. Well, I am. I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me to read for you. Thank you for bringing your energy to this channel, to this community, to the Moon Magic family. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you who comment, who share your stories and your experiences. Thank you for those who give back through the super thanks. Thank you for liking, sharing. And if you want to make sure you never miss a reading, please subscribe and press the little bell icon. Pile 1, tons and tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Beautiful souls, the very first thing I'm going to do is read to you from this card. Really remarkable image with this butterfly here on this beautiful wand, I'm going to call it. Okay, this is a card of power, and this is card number 10. If the number 10 is relevant to you, it may be important. This is a card of butterfly dreaming, and it's about the west energy of the medicine wheel, which is the colour black. It says, you are a spirit warrior who sings your songline, your agreement to live. From the moment of your birth into the restrictive physical world, you must call upon the mysterious language of intuition to remember the world from which you came. The world of your dreams and spiritual relationships. It is from here that you will feel your true power. As the spirits of all living beings must find their physical home, so must your songline be given its everlasting home within your heart. As the butterfly must have the world of awareness in one wing and the dream world in the other to fly, she must also have the connection between them to live, the heart. No matter how turbulent or challenging your life may be, no one can ever take your songline from its home. Wow. Beautiful souls. At the very beginning, as I drew these cards, if you just saw the thumbnail and you didn't tune into the bit at the beginning, when I showed this card right at the start, I mean, I just felt ancestors arriving. I hadn't read the back of the card at that time. I just had not heard. I really felt and saw, and I'm feeling them now. I'm getting goosebumps, and it's feeling a bit chilly in here. Gosh, there is a massive connection to those on the other side, your songline. I think you may have been experiencing some challenges. That seems to be coming across. We'll draw more cards before I say too much. But the butterfly here is really interesting because we have the butterfly, and this is the card of the butterfly dreaming. And we have the card of fertility. So let's draw cards and see what else we are showing before I say too much. Okay, this is interesting. Now, this is actually the energy of the south in the medicine wheel, but this card came out in pile 2. Sorry, pile 2. It is pile 2. Pile 1, rather. So just to acknowledge that. Okay, I am seeing also that's your card. Lizard, regeneration. Okay, we have some beautiful cards here, actually, some beautiful independent creator cards. This is a lovely pack. It's just the major arcana. This is your card. And you have the devil. Okay, this is very, very interesting. I'm going to use a tarot pack, but almost as an oracle here, actually. Just maybe one card, or we'll see. I think it is that one for you. Okay, we have the journey. Okay, and let's look at these as well, and then we will draw more tarot cards from a different pack as well. So these two and this one, and seeing these two. Okay, let's see what we have here. So we have the journey. Yeah, there's literally look at the butterfly again. This is just amazing, isn't it? Look at the butterfly again. I think you are about to... It's not about to take a different pathway, actually. I think what we're being shown here is exactly what is voiced in this card. This is about you having, it's almost like very firmly in your awareness, having one foot in the physical world, the material world, the 3D world, and one foot in the spiritual world, in connection to your ancestors, in connection to your guides, to your songline, to why you came here. We have the devil card here. We have lizard, regeneration. Now this is interesting. It says, as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adjust. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Coyote, which is a bit of, there's trickster energy around coyote. It often indicates that you have had to come through a significant challenge. Don't take things too seriously. That's hard if you've had a significant challenge. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. We then have the Andean cross. Very interesting. We have the rattle, which signifies cleansing, changing your vibration. We have the mystical shaman. Okay. We have the owl, which also came out in pile 1. I think I'm going to place that over here. We have the journey. Okay, with an owl. Actually, let's place those here. And then we have soul retrieval. Okay, I'm going to place this card here on soul retrieval. Just put it here. Okay, right, you've been through a really big challenge, my lovely pile 2. Now, whether it was a while ago and you're dealing with things that currently are almost like taking you back into this. You know, this has got for me a flavour. If I put on my therapy hat, I worked as a therapist, a psychotherapist for a long time, well over 28 years, more, and in all honesty, what I see and what I feel in your reading is that some of you almost have experienced something like post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, where you've been through something really, really traumatic. And when we go through some kind of trauma, gosh, I feel like I need to talk to you about trauma, actually, about different types of trauma. So I'm going to say trauma we tend to associate with a big event or a big challenge, and I think some of you have experienced exactly that. But you could also, for some of you, have experienced bereavement or a series of bereavements. Bereavements, losing someone we love, is traumatic. It is a trauma. Some of you have experienced what I call the trauma of normality. And what I call the trauma of normality is when things are simply not okay, and they're not responsive. That you don't get what you need, and very often that can be, you know, emotionally responsive or relationally responsive. And gradually over time, because you're living in an environment that is not okay, gradually over time, your alert system, if you like, your own personal alert button, your alert control is turned up a little bit, and then up a little bit more, and then up a little bit more. You know, it's like if you are with people who should be looking after you and should be reliable, but actually they're not. And so over time, your alert is turned up and up and up because you can't trust. The world is not a reliable place. And so that is traumatic. You know, so these things are, there is the energy of trauma around you. And I'm so, so sorry. If you feel that you've had a wonderfully abundant life and you've had no hiccups, then I don't think this is the reading for you. It may be that you might want to check another, or even, you know, but yeah, this has a flavour. I think for some of you, on more than one occasion, you've faced a big enough challenge for some of you even to question, you know, A, what life is about, whether life is worth living. You know, that's here. You know, which way do you go? Everything here is about this. Now, fertility and the butterfly are here, and soul retrieval. I'm going to draw your tarot cards in just a moment, and I'm going to follow right through with this reading and get as much information as we need. And obviously we will look ahead, because this is about having an immediate message. Your immediate message right here and right now is absolutely that you can heal something here. You can move beyond something. There is an opportunity to cleanse, to have a soul, the equivalent of a soul retrieval. You see, soul retrieval connects to trauma. You know, when in psychotherapy we use language like, you know, that people fragment, and we often talk about people having a breakdown. You know, in shamanic language, we talk about, you know, a soul fragments, you know, and it's like when somebody experiences a trauma, a piece of the soul departs and leaves the body. You know, it evacuates the building. Interestingly enough, that is not an unhealthy part of the soul. It's a healthy part. It's leaving the building because it doesn't feel safe to remain. It's a survival mechanism. And actually, we need to bring that part of the soul back in order to be whole, in order to thrive. You are very much in touch with your ancestors, and your guides are absolutely walking with you. I literally see a wall of people, layer after layer after layer. Some of you may even be also dealing with generational trauma. Now, the devil is a card that ultimately indicates liberation in its highest vibration. So I think there is an opportunity in front of you. It involves you, recovery involves you recognizing that you can have 1 foot in the 3D world and 1 foot very firmly in the spirit world simultaneously, so that you can be fully supported and remain absolutely at your highest vibration as you navigate your journey. You can be a seer. I think you are, many of you, a seer. I think you can journey into the dream time. Lizards also represent the dream time. You can journey into the dream time at any time to know how to navigate a situation. This is about recovery from trauma and a real acknowledgement of moving through and beyond something, of being healed. Being healed doesn't mean you forget your experiences. It means that being healed is about you becoming whole, recovering from the trauma. You know it, you've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, but you are so firmly entrenched in a recognition of having your connection with source and spirit. You're knowing that within the shadows you find also the light. This is a real, like this is a spiritual healing that's around you, that's being offered to you right now, actually. Let's draw your tarot cards. Let's get more information about this. May I ask, what is in front of pile 2 at the moment? Knight of Swords. Okay. Queen of Wands. The Chariot. Okay, let's move those along. Yeah. There's an opportunity in front of you to step into your power. Literally, this is a card of power. To step into your power and your own agency. I think you can take action in something here. Actual, real action. And this is about owning your power, owning your agency, not being held back by something. There's a real opportunity here. Here's your three cards and 4 as well. I'm just going to put that to one side, even though this is what's shown itself. I feel it belongs somewhere else. So, in fact, I'll just put it here for a moment. We have the Wheel of Fortune, yes. We have the King of Discs, yes. We have the 8 of Cups, yes. Look at you sailing off into the sunset here. Wow. Right. You absolutely have an opportunity to make a choice about something here, to decide what you're going to do, and move forwards. I think it involves leaving something behind, but that could also just be leaving behind the trauma that's within you. This could be a healing circumstance, but it's not just about healing. If you've been in therapy, then I think you've done the work. This will be one of those points. You might even be ready to leave therapy. You might be leaving a therapist that you've worked with for quite some time because you're ready to be in the world now. You know you can do it. You're ready to emerge. The wheel is turning here. And with this card here, with the King of Discs, I am seeing you able to really establish yourself in the world in a very, very real way. This is a new beginning for you. It's a new beginning free of trauma. It's a new beginning that is full of fertility, where you are not, this is about being whole. It's about being healed. But the healing is phenomenal because it's not like a human healing. It's more than that. This is a healing where you are united with yourself. You're united with your soul. Your human self is united with your soul self. Your 3D world self is united with your higher self. You are united, your 3D self, your here and now self is united with your ancestors. You are united and connected with source, with spirit. This is the growth and the healing here. So therefore, in a way, when we let go of things, it's interesting that the Devil card here, we see the magpie who hoards material things. I'm not suggesting you're going to sort of move on and live a life of lack. Far from it. No, especially not with the 4 of Discs. I mean, that's wonderful. And the King of Discs. On the contrary, I suspect abundance may well flow to you, especially if you have previously lived a life of lack. But this is it's a healing of you at a level of soul. This stuff will be irrelevant to you because you will have so much trust. You'll be given what you need when you need it. Absolutely given what you need, as you need it, when you need it. You are embarking on a whole new journey for the next chapter of your life, and it is loaded with fertility. It's time for you to emerge. It is absolutely time for you to emerge. Some of you may also at this time find your calling. Find that you are guided to work with source, with spirit in some way. It may be that some of you become healers, shamans, readers, dreamers. It may well be that you move something forward here in real terms because you are so tuned in to your spiritual gifts. You are so tuned in to what it means to be both anchored in the 3D world and connected to source, to spirit, to your guides, to your angels, to your ancestors. Wow. Your message really feels like a validation of where you are, actually, more than anything. Let us ask about the week ahead to see if we can get more information for you, just guidance. Okay, so gratitude. That's rather beautiful. You get the devil again. How interesting. That is rather fascinating. Okay, now we have some interesting information coming through. Let's follow this through. Let's get some more cards for you. 6 of Cups, 7 of Discs, 6 of Cups. We are seeing this card, the Princess of Swords. We have the Lovers. And we have the card of Strength. Right, my beautiful souls. This, I love this Devil card. I always feel like he's seriously putting his fingers up. It's like, you know, well, I won't say the words because we're on YouTube, but it's like seriously, you know, up. Well, you get the gist of it. Anyway, this is what this card is saying. You know, you're not holding me back anymore. If anyone has been, any of you have had someone around you who's been trying to hold you back, laugh at it, laugh at them, feel for them, for their low, low, low vibration, you know, and then give them the fingers up and crack on because you're being guided and you are protected and you are fine. There may well be a choice for some of you to close the door to something here. Everything in your reading is that recognition of your ability to be absolutely intrinsically connected with source and spirit and to live differently because of it and to work differently and to act differently and to be different. And this means that you don't get, not only do you recover from trauma, but you don't get re-traumatized when you meet challenges because you're so anchored in your songline. And you're so anchored with spirit and with source and so connected that stuff that happens is kind of like water off a duck's back. And that's quite a big, that's a massive stage of evolution. I think most of us would long to have that. I think that's the direction you're moving in. And this is your primary message. This is the direction you're being taken in. Even if you feel like you're nowhere near it. Some of you may think, wow, actually, I think I'm getting there. I'm starting to feel like I can trust this. For others, it may be, you may be in the early stages. But this is a validation that that's the journey you're on. Now, some of you may have been experiencing a challenge around you. And this is, you have a choice here. I think this week you'll reach a point where you firmly actually say no to something, if I'm honest. You make a really firm choice, and it's a choice from a position of empowerment. There could be a situation that is pressing your buttons, reminding you, going back to the start of your reading, reminding you of a trauma that you once experienced or something that resonates with a really similar vibration to something you've experienced before. But this time you operate from a position of power, of your own power. I think this time you don't feel totally like the rug is pulled out from under your feet. I think you're in quite an interesting place of choice and empowerment here. I don't think, I feel a bit like you're unstoppable, and I know that's a bit of a big, powerful statement to make, but I feel in terms of you moving through and beyond this, I just don't think there's anything that can stand in your way. I think you can hold your boundaries. I think you can hold your strength. You can hold your courage. Whereas something like this situation may once have really, really fazed you, I don't think it will. I'm not saying it won't affect you, but I don't think it'll faze you to the depths that it used to. Not at all. So I think there is an energy of something where you make a choice or a decision. The card of the Lovers is ultimately that. It really is like, you know, no to something here. Let's just draw a couple more cards to see how this progresses for you. I feel that's the energy this week. And I think you can soar. I think you can fly. I think you can be genuinely liberated and move on. You can choose where you invest your energy. You can choose to hold your boundaries. And that's really, really good. Let's check in. What else are we shown? Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands, Very interesting. I always feel with this cut, this particular Five of Wands in this pack, I always feel like it's like the wheel is turning, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune already. And because we have a scythe, it's kind of like burning your bridges, cutting your losses, and making a commitment to a new pathway. Making a clear-cut choice not to buy into something or remain entangled in it, or just move on. There's so much more coming for you. Move on. Fertility sometimes requires completion of beginnings. It's like this rune. It's so you might have to wrap something up, cross the T's, dot the I's. I think there is a situation around you. It's a general reading, but I think you'll probably know what this is. This is one of those readings where I think if this wasn't resonating with you right from the start, with the trauma and all of that stuff, then it's not your reading. There's a situation around you that I think right now you can make a commitment to kind of walk away from, to draw the line, cut your losses, move on. You'll know what it is for you. You're not drawn in anymore. You don't need to be. It's not worth your time and energy, and you know it. You know, in a way you can look at them and laugh and think, wow, you know, I'm so sorry, or if it involves a person, but, you know, I'm so sorry that you operate at such a low level of consciousness, but, you know, bless you, you know, my pathway's different, and off you go. There is something here where I think you burn some bridges here, you cut some ties here. You make a choice to do this differently, and my goodness me, you are supported. And this in itself is an active part of healing trauma. Because trauma is, again, I'm diving back into that, but trauma is an experience. If we write a definition of trauma, whether it's the trauma of normality or the, you know, whatever, a big event, a definition of trauma is something that happens that is completely out of our control, that renders us absolutely helpless and in a position where it is futile to try to do anything because we can't. And the trauma is the result, is the state of being or state of feeling, the state of emotion from that situation. That would be my sort of definition of trauma, and which I hope is helpful. I feel like I keep popping my therapy hat on today for this reading anyway. This is a point where you are instigating your own healing by just choosing to say no and walk away and not buy into it. That in itself is healing, because every time we empower ourselves through choice, you know, choice activates healing from trauma, because trauma, there is no choice. So the moment you activate your right to choose, even if it's to choose to walk away, just to laugh at someone and walk away, you have just activated your right to choose. And that is a stepping stone towards your healing. It brings back some of the fragments, you know, in soul retrieval that, you know, departed because there was no choice. So, gosh, this is such a powerful reading. I mean, it really, really is. I'm actually significantly blown away by this. But, my goodness me, pile two. This has not been an easy journey for you. I need to just really acknowledge this. I think there are souls who come here to do some pretty dark work, shadow work, difficult work. And I don't mean dark as in, you know, you are a dark person. I mean, you know, like you come here to do this depth, this level of work where we dive into the shadows, whether that is within or indeed we experience the shadows because of events externally. One way or the other, there are, you know, part of the lifting of humanity's consciousness, which is absolutely where we are right now. Part of the lifting of humanity's consciousness is navigating this stuff, exactly this stuff, the shadow work, navigating the trauma that has been left from previous generations that is still enacted when people repeat patterns. And there are souls that are here to do this level of work, and I actually think you are one of them. You have my hugest respect and hugest appreciation and gratitude for you to be here and part of our Moon Magic community here. I really wish to honour your journey. And this is a stepping stone to liberation and healing, because you are absolutely moving through and beyond something, and you are elevating yourself into a place where you are so much more firmly connected with your spirit team, your guides, your angels, your ancestors. And once you get to this level of working, of living, of being, you can't be hurt in the same way, because, and this is also about choice and healing. I could talk for hours on this one, so I will wrap up rather than waffle on endlessly. But I hope you are hearing the gist of what I'm saying, and that if it's resonating with you, I really hope this reading is helpful. This is a week when you make one of those choices. That's what's in front of you, and the message is that it really is part of that healing process, and the message is such a validation of you, why you're here, why you came here, what you're doing, the level of work you're doing, and basically how utterly, utterly amazing you are. Pile 2, if you want to make sure you never ever miss a reading, subscribe and press the little bell icon, and thank you to all who are subscribed, because it really, really, really helps the channel. Thank you also for sharing and letting people know about the Moon Magic Tarot channel and the readings, because, the more people who come here, the more we can hopefully help. And also, this really does help the channel. Thank you for liking, as I said, for sharing, for commenting as well, and for all of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments. Please know that you are loved, respected, and truly appreciated. Tons of love, Pile 2. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. These readings are just blowing me away completely. Right, the very first thing I'm going to do is read to you what is on the back of your card, your primary card. So this is number 26, the card of legacy, the Mallory Commission. And it's about the east direction of the medicine wheel, which is about new beginnings. The card says, lover to lover and parents to child, we unite and live on through the ages. Generation upon generation, what will your story be? Remember that you are part of an expansive human family, past, present, future, and all are travelling together on this boat named Earth. Though our journeys may be experienced differently, our destination, our home is shared. Each journey is intertwined. You are at the beginning of a new cycle within your own story. Your parents have their own separate stories, and all their stories were agreed upon, or all 3 stories rather, were agreed upon, predetermined but still separate. You have responsibility, an expected path, but expectations can be broken. Your inner child has a chance to reframe inherited pain. Negative genetics wither away in the joy of knowing with higher awareness and in new positive cycles. Now, this is an infinite space of possibility, this rune. Okay, let's draw your cards. Let's draw your oracle cards and see. I've seen both of these for you. You're the first pack. You're the first pack. You're the first pile to have 2 from this particular pack. You have 2 from this pack. Okay, 2 by 2 by 2. How interesting. And we have 2 from this pack. Okay, right. I shall draw just a few more oracle cards, and we'll look at those then before we go any further, and before we do your tarot cards. So I'm seeing this and this and this, and there's one just there that I wish to see as well. Okay, let's see what we have. So these are beautiful independent creator cards. They're major arcana only. You have the Hierophant and the Chariot, suggesting that you are absolutely being guided. Wow, and something's happening quite fast for you. Look at this opportunity here with the dragon energy. What is that about? Let's look at more. We have the owl magic. Oh, how fantastic. We have the raccoon inventor. Okay, this is absolutely rather lovely. Raccoon inventor, decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and you can juggle them all. And the owl is magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. You have Pachamama. You have soul retrieval. Soul retrieval came out in pile 2. So if you were drawn to pile 2, actually there may well be a message for you. We have fire and we have the beloved. Okay, actually I'm going to put those maybe here. Yeah. Yes. Fire and the beloved. Okay. Gosh, passion returning I'm seeing here in some way. You also have the cards of emotion, intellect, and heaven and earth. Wow, that's a seriously interesting combination here. In fact, let's put them, will they go there? No, they'll go here. Work out where to put everything. What a balance between heaven and earth. What a balance between emotion and intellect, between the mind and your emotions. You really are in a place of possibility. You really, really are. You are in a place where your world is opening up. I mean, seriously opening up for you. In a big, big way, I think, actually, quite honestly. I think there is massive opportunity around you to literally rewrite your story. This is very, very exciting. Really, really exciting. So I think I'm going to draw your tarot cards, but I just almost to confirm the message that I feel I'm actually receiving for you. I want to just see what your cards are showing first to see whether I'm feeling this right, as it were. I'm seeing these and actually all of these and that one too. Not quite sure how we're laying your cards out, but let's go with this. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, absolutely. This is such a confirmation. And the card of Judgment. I think I'm going to put this... Maybe I'll put these... Where will I put these cards? It's like I almost haven't got room for everything here. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Will I get a card under there? Yeah, just about. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Sun. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, let's put these out first. It's going to get us into vision. Yeah, we can do this. Yes, we can squeeze it all in. Right, now. I want to say your fortune is changing in connection, I think, to relationships. Now, this could be intimacy. It could be a love relationship, but it could also be your relationships generally to people. And this is to do with healing relationships and being able to manifest and navigate relationships differently here. I think there is something in you that is quite fiery. Okay, now the fire could be to do with passion. It literally could be to do with serious passion. Some of you could be in a relationship with someone where you feel very passionately. But I feel the fire here with the dragon as well is more around an energy where you could defend yourself and, you know, in a way you could unleash your fire. You know, it's like navigating. There's an element in this about navigating anger, managing anger in a really healthy way, so that if you think of anger as having a vibration, you know, the low vibrational energy of every emotion has a higher vibration and a lower vibration. If you're interested in learning about emotions, the difficult ones, as a source of empowerment, from my therapy days, I wrote a book called Mindfulness Meets Emotional Awareness. There's usually a link in the description below with all the other stuff. But that book will teach you to use your emotions as a source of empowerment completely. It's practical, pragmatic, but you'll really understand how to navigate emotions healthily. But every emotion has like a higher and a lower vibration. And the higher vibration of anger is passion, assertiveness, pride. And I mean healthy pride, not pride, ego pride, but healthy pride. And so, you know, the lower vibration is obviously anger, you know, dished out in violence or, you know, in not okay ways. So there's something here about navigating. This is quite complex, your message. There's something here about navigating relationships differently. And you're in a space of absolute possibility. So it may be that you are meeting new people. You may be raccoons always speak to me of community. It may be that you are around people, new communities. Some of you could have met someone new. The beloved, you could be in a new relationship. But this is all about navigating emotions within relationship, managing anger, and recognizing that if you have been hurt in the past, that you may be defensive, but I think there is an opportunity around you to learn not to be and to heal, to choose to see the truth. Let the past go, make way for a better life. Rewrite your story. Have a life of abundance. If as a child you felt that maybe you experienced rejection or you didn't get, you weren't given what you needed, and I voice this not necessarily with, not with criticism for your grown-ups. Perhaps they too had never been nurtured or looked after or loved or felt loved, and so therefore, or in a healthy way, and so therefore they didn't know how to then give that to you. What I see here is an absolute opportunity to change this, to rewrite your story. You are sitting in a space of possibility where you can rewrite the story of how you connect and engage with others. This is a time when you can heal. We have the card of Judgment, which is an interesting card, isn't it? That this is a time when things are kind of like coming to a head. There's opportunity here. Three of Cups is a card of celebration. The Sun is a card of joy, of happiness, passion, aliveness, wonderfulness. This is almost like how do you manage your passion, whether you are full of rage or whether because your buttons get pressed, or whether you are full of passion literally. Nine of Wands we have here. Let's put these tarot cards out and see what else we're shown. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups, lovely. And we have the Lovers. Okay, fab. Okay, so I think this is about overcoming challenges. It's almost like learning how to allow yourself to receive love, to not defend against it, and to not have your buttons pressed and not be crotchety and reactive, and because you feel vulnerable. This is allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to to receive, to be looked after, to be nurtured, to be cherished, to be loved, to be appreciated, allowing yourself to have that in relationship. For some of you, this is love. For others, it's different kinds of relationship. It could be community as well, meeting the right people. But this is your message. This is saying that there is right around you right now, you are in a space of possibility where you can undo and heal any of the legacies of the past that said that you were not lovable, you were not desirable, you weren't good enough, all of those kinds of messages. There is an energy of a person or people around you that are changing, that can change that. How wonderful. That is literally, that's what your first message is. And if this person isn't around you or people aren't, they are very soon to be, because you are sitting in a space where this is the energy that's around you. It's a space of possibility. Even, I thought when I drew this and I saw the wolf here, and it made me think of loyalty. Finding people who are loyal, finding people who will genuinely be there for you. We have a contract here. People who will genuinely be there, who are reliable, people who see you, people who care about you, people who can help you to feel emotionally safe and help with any of those thinking patterns that say, I'm not lovable, or I'm not good enough, or it never happens to me, those kinds of things. And this is the energy that is around you, and this is actually your message. So if someone new is around you, or a group of new people are around you, I think they are seriously to be trusted. This is what this is saying. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Let's get information now about the lay of the land for the week ahead for you. I mean, this is your message. There's healing and opportunity to heal in relationship for you. I'm loving it, loving it. Right, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. For the week ahead, we have the Three of Discs. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Teacher. We have the Queen of Discs, and we have the Ten of Swords. This is interesting. Okay, I think this might be a week when you risk opening up about this. Maybe whether you acknowledge this simply to yourself, whether you just really validate how challenging it is to really, really be vulnerable within a relationship, to really allow yourself to be loved, to receive, to be looked after. Whether this is about validating this to yourself internally, and it's quite a breakthrough point here with this Ten of Swords. It's time to end this cycle of where you go round and round and round in circles here and feel like you're always on the bottom of the pile. It's time to end that cycle. Absolutely time to end it. This is a time of where you can really move through and beyond and out of this. There's enough passion as well. There's enough connection. There's enough of an emotional connection with either someone or a group of people for you to genuinely know that you want to push through this and overcome this. You want to learn how to do it differently. This person or people are in many ways mentors to you. They're here to teach you that you can live in love, you can receive, it is safe for you to receive. So there is something happening this week, whether you acknowledge and validate this for yourself or you acknowledge and even talk about it to someone else. This is quite a breakthrough moment for you this week, where you somehow begin to really kind of allow yourself to have that possibility, to own your passion, to say, do you know what, I really want this. Maybe you've been going along saying to people, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't need that. I'm fine on my own. I'm really happy, when maybe you haven't been. Maybe you just didn't feel right. This is just one example. But it would be like really acknowledging, no, actually, I do really want that. And somehow it all opens up because you suddenly say, this is what I want. So it can therefore kind of emerge and come through for you. Yeah, this is like a stepping stone this week towards being able to fully have your true value acknowledged and for you to receive love and for you to be looked after within connections and within relationships. Let's draw some more cards. I'd like to just get a sneaky peek because this feels very immediate. It's very now, and that's what these readings are about. Can we have a sneaky peek into the future in terms of how this might emerge? Okay, we have the Four of Discs. Look at that. This is so beautiful because it feels like the four, we move from the three here, where, onwards and upwards to your crowning glory. It's like something can come to fruition here. This can actually happen in real terms. You can say goodbye. Look at this. You have the Three of Swords. You can say goodbye to relationships that are unequal. Things can come back into balance. You don't have to be defended or cloaked or not be seen anymore. You can be visible with the Emperor. This is lovely. You can be visible, you can set forth, knowing you deserve to have what you desire, that the answers will come. And the Eight of Cups. I love this Eight of Cups, because although the Eight of Cups, it technically speaks about leaving something behind, this feels for me like a new dawn. It always does. But I think this is leaving behind disappointment from the past. It's leaving the past behind, leaving behind relationships that have been unsuccessful, friendships that have been unsuccessful. You are stepping into a place where your relationships can be supportive of you. You can receive, you can be loved, you can be desired. It is safe for you to love in all your relationships. Obviously, I'm not suggesting you should go into the world and try and befriend absolutely everybody. That wouldn't be safe. But there is a relationship or a group of people around you who can heal the part of you that might feel that there's no one out there for you. You know, they hold the key, or a person holds the key. The keys here. We've got little keys on our beautiful Hierophant card. This is guided. The Hierophant is a card of commitment. It's a card sometimes of marriage. So, you know, whatever this is, whoever these people are, or whoever this person is, friend, lover, I think, you leave behind. You leave behind anything that says within relationship that you are not worthy to have, to receive, to be loved. I love that behind this image of this beautiful young girl, it's like Father Christmas arriving. It's like a sleigh full of toys, full of goodies. Somehow, whatever this personal people are bringing, it's going to kind of metaphorically feel like Christmas, which is absolutely fab. Really, really wonderful. Okay, pile 3. Thank you for being here. Loving your reading, loving your energy. These readings have blown me away today. They really, really have. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for subscribing. These things really, you know, telling people about the Moon Magic Tarot channel really does help the channel, helps people to find us if these kinds of readings might be helpful for them. Subscribing, thank you so much. That really helps the channel. And don't forget to press the little bell icon as well, so you never miss a reading. And beautiful souls, just thank you for being here, for your comments, and for those of you who also give back through the super thanks. And to those of you who are members, who give that extra bit of support. Tons and tons of love to you all.